Welcome back, dear listeners, to another enlightening episode of the iSquared podcast, where the captivating realms of interdependence meet the profound wisdom of impermanence. I am your curious host, Jimmy Lau. Today, we embark on a thought-provoking journey to explore the concept of impermanence, a universal truth that permeates all aspects of existence. From the vast cosmos to the tiniest atoms, everything in the universe is in a constant state of flux, forever changing and evolving. In philosophy, impermanence holds a central place, often described as one of the three marks of existence, alongside suffering and non-self. This notion has been embraced by various spiritual traditions, from Buddhism to Taoism, each offering unique insights into the ephemeral nature of reality. Beyond the realms of philosophy, impermanence finds a profound resonance in our daily lives. It shapes our experiences of joy and sorrow, birth and death, beginnings and endings. Acknowledging impermanence can lead us to appreciate the fleeting beauty of every passing moment, reminding us to live fully and cherish the present. As we dive into this intriguing topic, we will explore the transformative power of embracing impermanence. We will discover how this understanding can inspire resilience in times of change and spark the courage to embrace new opportunities. So, let us set aside our preconceptions and open our minds to the profound beauty of change. As we venture into the heart of impermanence, may we find solace in its timeless truth and the hope it carries for the next chapter of our lives. Are you ready to embrace the fleeting dance of existence with us? Welcome to the iSquared podcast, where reality exists at the intersection between interdependence and impermanence. Allow me to be your guide as we unveil the mysteries of impermanence, discovering its profound impact on our perspectives and the way we navigate life's ever-changing tapestry. But let me first warn you, it only takes a second to understand impermanence. It will take a lifetime to embrace it. Are you ready? Welcome back, dear listeners, to the iSquared podcast. Let's begin our exploration of impermanence by understanding its essence and the profound philosophical implications it carries. Impermanence, often referred to as anicca in Pali, anitya in Sanskrit, is the foundational truth that nothing in the universe remains fixed or permanent. It is the ever-flowing river of change that touches every aspect of life. In the philosophical context, impermanence challenges our perceptions of stability and permanence. It reminds us that all things are in a state of constant flux, from the shifting tides of emotions to the imperceptible transformations in the natural world. Diving into the world of impermanence, we encounter an array of perspectives from various cultures and belief systems. In Buddhism, Impermanence is one of the three marks of existence, along with suffering and non-self. The understanding of impermanence leads to the concept of impermanence as a root cause of suffering. It calls us to detach ourselves from clinging on to the ethereal phenomena, fostering a deeper sense of peace and liberation. The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus captured the essence of impermanence with his famous statement, "A man cannot step in the same river twice." Change is the only constant. He believed that everything flows and nothing remains in the same state. In Taoism, the concept of impermanence is intricately woven into the principle of yin and yang, where the dynamic balance between opposing forces continually creates and transforms the world. The Native American belief in the circle of life celebrates the cyclical nature of existence, acknowledging that every ending is a new beginning, that life is a perpetual cycle of change and renewal. It is remarkable that so many ancient cultures have come up with the same philosophical concepts around the same period of time, as if it were inevitable. Understanding impermanence illuminates its intimate relationship with change, growth, and imperfection. Change is the vehicle through which impermanence expresses itself. It shapes the unfolding narrative of our lives, inviting us to embrace transitions with grace and courage. Growth is also intricately tied to impermanence. Just like a seed grows into a flower, we also evolve and mature through the flow of life experiences. Impermanence casts a gentle light on the beauty of imperfection. When we embrace the imperfections in ourselves and the world around us, we celebrate the uniqueness and impermanence of every moment. So, dear listeners, as we immerse ourselves in the enigma of impermanence, let us remember that life's dance is ever-changing. In the next segment, we will explore how embracing impermanence can inspire resilience and gratitude in the face of life's transitions. Thank you for being here with us on the iSquared podcast. Stay tuned as we continue our journey into the heart of impermanence, discovering its transformative power on our perspectives and on our lives. Welcome back to the iSquared podcast. In this segment, we explore the profound journey of embracing impermanence and the transformative impact it can have on our lives. While impermanence carries timeless wisdom, accepting it might not be always easy. Let's examine the challenges and resistance we may face when confronted with the ever-changing nature of existence. The human mind often seeks stability and permanence, resisting the impermanence that surrounds us. Our desire for control and predictability can lead to discomfort and fear, when faced with life's uncertainties. Yet, within the realm of impermanence lies a treasure trove of benefits waiting to be discovered. By embracing impermanence, we liberate ourselves with the art of living in the present moment. When we let go of the illusion of permanence, we start to cherish the fleeting beauty of each passing second. We become more mindful and attentive to the experiences unfolding before us. Embracing impermanence also invites us to release our attachments to people, to possessions, and to outcomes. By loosening our grip on what was and what will be, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. I recall a time when I faced a challenging transition in my life. At first, I resisted the change, holding on tightly to what I knew. But as I surrendered to the impermanence of the situation, I discovered newfound strength within myself. Embracing impermanence allowed me to adapt and find beauty in the uncertainty of the journey. Some years ago, when I went to a yoga class, the teacher crossed the boundary and touched me really inappropriately. That experience left me feeling violated and betrayed. For a long time, I held onto that resentment and anger, carrying the weight of the grudge as if it were a burden. It was not just heavy to carry, it also affected me deeply in every facet of my life. I stopped touching my students. I explicitly tell teachers not to touch me when I go to classes. It negatively affects small decisions, sometimes even subconsciously. Embracing impermanence was a gradual process. I realized that holding onto that grudge was like carrying a heavy anchor that kept me tethered to the past. It prevented me from fully experiencing the present and moving forward with my life. Through self-reflection and the gentle guidance of meditation, I began to see the impermanence of my emotions. I understood that the event was in the past. The anger I felt was temporary, and clinging onto it would only prolong my suffering. It was not an easy journey, but I made a conscious decision to forgive and to let go. As I released the grudge, I experienced a profound sense of liberation and, of course, healing. It was as if a weight had been lifted from my heart, creating space for compassion to flourish. Embracing impermanence have taught me that healing and growth are not linear processes. It is okay to take time, to stumble, and to rise again, as long as we continue moving forward. By embracing impermanence and letting go of the grudge, I freed myself from the shadows of the past. I regained my sense of self-worth and found empowerment in reclaiming my peace and joy. This journey taught me that in the impermanent nature of life, we have the power to liberate ourselves from the chains of the past. We can find strength in forgiveness and embrace the present with open arms. As we approach the conclusion of this segment, let us open our hearts to the beauty of impermanence. In the next segment, we will explore how this understanding can inspire us to cope with loss and navigate life's transitions with grace. Thank you for being here with us on the iSquared podcast. Stay tuned as we continue our exploration into the heart of impermanence, discovering its transformative power on our perspectives and on our lives. Welcome back, dear listeners, to the iSquared podcast. In this segment, we dive into the profound connection between impermanence and the experiences of loss, grief, and major life changes. Life journey is marked by inevitable transitions, some joyous, some sorrowful. These moments of change and loss remind us of the impermanence that threads through every aspect of existence. When we experience loss, whether it be the passing of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or a significant life shift, we confront the reality of impermanence head-on. The pain of letting go and the uncertainties that follow can be overwhelming. Embracing impermanence offers a guiding light during times of upheaval. It encourages us to find strength in vulnerability and resilience in the face of loss. In navigating these difficult transitions, it is crucial to practice self-compassion. Allow yourself the space to grieve and honor your emotions without judgment or guilt. To accept impermanence, we must surrender our desire for control over life's unfolding events. This does not mean relinquishing responsibility, but rather finding peace in embracing what is beyond our control. When we acknowledge that everything is temporary, we can find solace in cherishing the memories and experiences we hold dear. The impermanence of life gives greater meaning to the present moment. Drawing on the wisdom of impermanence, we learn to see endings as new beginnings. The closing of one chapter creates space for new opportunities, growth, and transformation. It is essential to strike a balance between acknowledging the pain of loss and finding resilience in the beauty of impermanence. Embracing impermanence does not negate the reality of loss. Rather, we are empowered to heal and grow through the process. As we journey through life's inevitable changes, may we hold space for the tender moments of grief and find strength in the understanding that everything is interconnected and nothing lasts forever. That is the essence of interdependence and impermanence. In the next segment, we will explore how recognizing the transient nature of all things can inspire us to live fully, embrace change, and find beauty in the impermanence of existence. Thank you for being here on the iSquared podcast. Stay tuned as we continue our exploration into the heart of impermanence, discovering its transformative power on our perspectives and on our lives. As we approach the final segment, let us reflect in the wisdom of impermanence, a wisdom that inspires creativity, adaptability, and a profound sense of freedom. Embracing impermanence opens the gateway to boundless creativity. When we free ourselves from the illusion of permanence, we are liberated from the confines of old patterns and beliefs. Impermanence invites us to embrace change as a natural part of life. It fosters adaptability, enabling us to flow with the ever-changing currents of existence. Like the petals of a flower unfurling under the sun, we also blossom through life's transitions. Impermanence gives us the gift, the opportunity to shed old layers, revealing the fullness of our authentic selves. By recognizing the temporary nature of all things, including ourselves, we develop a deeper appreciation for the fleeting moments that make life truly, truly meaningful. In the embrace of impermanence, the present moment becomes a precious jewel, radiant, unique, and irreplaceable. As we cherish these fleeting moments, we find a sense of freedom in detaching from the weight of attachments. We release the need to possess or to control, allowing life to unfold organically. This realization becomes a powerful motivator to make the most of our time. We feel an urgency to pursue our passions, to savor the sweetness of life's experiences, and to nurture meaningful connections. Impermanence becomes our gentle reminder that life's canvas is painted with a myriad of colors, and it is up to us to create the masterpiece of our own journey. So, dear listeners, embrace change with an open heart. Cherish the beauty of every fleeting moment, and let the wisdom of impermanence ignite the spark of creativity and passion within you. Before we end the segment, take a moment to reflect on how impermanence resonates in your life. How can this understanding empower you to live more fully and authentically? Welcome to the iSquared podcast. Let the wisdom of impermanence guide you on your journey, inspiring you to create, adapt, and find freedom in the ever-changing tapestry of life. Thank you for tuning in to the iSquared podcast, where interdependence meets impermanence. Impermanence, the ever-flowing river of change, weaves through every aspect of existence, from ancient philosophical perspectives to our daily lives. We are empowered by embracing impermanence to live fully and authentically. We explored the challenges and resistance people may face in accepting impermanence, and how this understanding fosters creativity, adaptability, and a profound sense of freedom. We are invited, by embracing impermanence, to cherish the fleeting moments and to let go of attachments, igniting a spark within us to pursue our passions and make the most out of our time. So, dear listeners, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences with change and impermanence. Embrace the transient nature of life as a universal truth and find solace in the wisdom it imparts. Before we bid farewell, let us take a fascinating detour into the world of quantum mechanics, where impermanence finds itself intertwined with the very fabric of reality. In the realm of quantum physics, we encounter a breathtaking dance of uncertainty and unpredictability. The fundamental nature of quantum particles, such as electrons and photons, is marked by a profound impermanence. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle, a pillar of quantum mechanics, reveals that we can never precisely measure both the position and momentum of a particle simultaneously. The more accurately we know one, the less we know about the other. This inherent uncertainty reflects the transient and ever-changing nature of quantum particles. It challenges our classical intuition, and forces us to embrace the enigmatic nature of the quantum world. As we look deeper into quantum entanglement, another extraordinary aspect of quantum mechanics, we witness particles linked in a state of inseparable interdependence, regardless of the distance between them. In this interconnected dance, the impermanence of one particle's state is instantaneously reflected in the state of its entangled counterpart. It is as if the particles communicate with each other in a timeless embrace of interdependence. The wisdom of impermanence we explored earlier finds a remarkable parallel in the heart of quantum physics. The quantum world invites us to let go of our linear sense of time and embrace a realm where possibilities abound and certainty takes a backseat. As we ponder the interplay of quantum mechanics and impermanence, we are reminded that this understanding extends far beyond the philosophical realm. It permeates the very essence of our universe. And with that, dear listeners, we conclude this illuminating episode on impermanence and its far-reaching impact on our perspectives and the world around us. Thank you once again for being a part of our iSquared podcast community. Your support and curiosity fuel our quest for knowledge and understanding. Thank you for joining us today on the iSquared podcast. Your presence and curiosity enrich our journey of exploration and growth. Don't forget to subscribe and leave reviews to support the iSquared podcast. If you like this podcast and think there is someone out there who might also like it, please share the love for our quest for wisdom. In our next adventure, we will engage in a captivating conversation with a brilliant mathematician who will guide us through the infinite wonders. Together, we will unlock the secrets of how the concepts of infinity and imaginary number resonate deeply with the interconnected tapestry of interdependence. Stay curious, Stay connected. Keep the flame of curiosity burning bright, and may the wisdom of impermanence and interdependence continue to guide your path with wonder and awe. Until then, take care. This is your host, Jimmy Lau, signing off. May your days be filled with happiness and wonders, and may you dance in the symphony of impermanence.